Okay, tonight I am interviewing the one and only YOSEF Gelfer. No, YOSEF Gestetner, not YOSEF Gelfer. YOSEF Gestetner. And before we get started, do you mind if I play one of your songs?
Absolutely. First of all, hi everyone.
Okay. we're going to stop there. Do you mind? I will be 2 seconds.
Sure.
My phone was dying.
No worries.
Okay. Where did you grow up and where do you live now?
I grew up in Toronto, Ontario, and I currently live in Lakewood, New Jersey.
Wow. Um, where did you go for elementary and for high school?
I was in a school called YOSEF GESTETNER for elementary school. And for high school, I was actually in three high schools. I was in yeshiva called Zwags or Bechina of South Florida. And I went to Darche for Rockaway for a little bit, where you're from.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went to Marysville, Toronto.
I
I've been
went to
around.
Darcy too.
Oh, nice. Are we the same age or maybe not?
No, I am much younger.
I figured.
Yeah.
I was there.
Um,
I was there 18 years ago.
oh, are you friends with, um, uh, do you know, Yoni Oritz?
Funny enough, he is my wife's. He married my wife's cousin. But yes, I know him.
Yoni Oritz mar- married your wife's cousin.
Yeah,
Wow, that is funny.
small world.
Yeah. He is a very good friend of mine.
Very nice. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Send him my regards.
Okay. Um, did you go to base Medrash or did you go to college?
Kind of both. I was in a bunch of Bais Madrashas. I was in a place called Newman's in Lakewood. I went to the Mir, where actually Yoni was in Newman's also, Yoni Aretz. But I
Oh,
was in, yeah, he was there after I was there. I'm older than
oh,
him. But I went to the Mir in Eretz Yisrael. I came back, went to a yeshiva called Burgers. Then I went to another yeshiva called Rav Usher Weiss in Monsey. I was there for a bunch of years. And then while I was there, I did college as well. But I did like the accelerated program. And, you know, so I wouldn't call it real college, but I went to college, I guess.
okay. Um, at what age did you start singing and do you think it helps you in your profession now?
Um, so I started singing when I was, I would say, yeah, honestly, since I can really talk, my parents would play old Hask concerts, my Amboys choir. And as early as I can remember, I would always copy MBD when he used to sing. MBD is very dramatic, and I used to copy his faces and hand motions. And I would go under a spotlight and take a
It,
spoon and pretend I was Mambo's choir. So I was doing all these things since I was a kid. And it definitely has a lot to do with where I am today. It's very few people I know who became singers when they weren't so, I would say, into it or weren't considered a child singer, and who right now currently are big singers. Very few that I've personally known.
Okay. Um, you know big singers?
Some I'm friendly with some bigger singers.
Oh,
Yeah.
like who, may I ask?
So I know Jakob Schwacke a little bit. We sang a little bit together. Shalom Lemmer, Yonatan Rosell. Um, who else we got? I mean, I've sang with a lot of different singers, but I'm friendly with Shulam. I know a lot of depending what's considered big, but Avram Fried I sang with. I'm not friends with him, but yeah, basically everyone to some degree.
You have the phone numbers?
I guess some of them, most of them, I think. Not
Oh,
always because I'm
you
friends with them, but yeah,
you text them, do you text them?
some of them when I need to.
Okay. Um, how did you first get drawn into music and how did you first get started in music?
Um, I was when I was in, I would say, camp, and I was in the camp of God in Toronto for many years. Um, when I was in camp, I definitely sang I got solos in the choir. And I mean, first, I was accepted in the choir. That's first off, which was a very big deal as a kid. And then I got solos, and the solos gave me the confidence to be like a singer. And then I did some recordings when I was younger. I was on a CD called Hare Yehuda. Um, had a solo in it. That was very cool. Then my mother, for my 15th birthday, actually made a record. My voice, I still had a high pitched kid's voice when I was 15, and she made a cover of Mia Deer from Aish. And then as I got my voice changed, and I started to my friends started getting married, and they started asking me to do chuppahs. So I started singing by their chuppahs, and from there it just happened organically.
Wow. Um, what kind of theme or message are you trying to promote and how do you connect with your audience?
That's a good question. There's two things I want to promote. First, for myself, um, just try pushing people to like if someone is talented or someone has something to offer, everyone got to shoot their shot. There's no point on being scared. It's scary. There's no point in sitting in the fear. You gotta just do what you gotta do. If you want to do something and you're good at it, then and everyone you can ask yourself if you could sing, you can ask anyone. They would tell you if you ask them seriously, do you want to be a singer? Do you want to sing? Do you want to use your talents? They will all say yes. So don't be limited and just do what you love. That's A. And B, with my own music, I would like to affect people by um, inspiring them, bringing up topics that aren't necessarily brought up, and different styles. Inspire them through basic styles, simple styles, and then stuff that people don't bring up.
How do you connect with your audience?
Um, I'm not really like a big, I would say, I don't really speak to people about, uh, uh, like I don't like during shows, I don't really talk too much to many people. But I guess when I see people who know I am, I just talk to them and talk to them as if I'm a regular guy because I am, and I talk to them, as if. I'm a friend, your friend of mine, or someone that's just I get to know.
Yeah. Um, what is your pivotal moment in your music career that changed everything for you?
Pinnacle experience in my career.
Yeah.
I would say I did a concert with Jonathan Rosell and Joey Newcomb. That was pretty cool. I got to sing the Hishamda with Jonathan Rosell, and I'm a big fan of Jonathan Rosell, so that was a big dream of mine. And then as I was a choir member, not as a singer, I did the Hask show a couple times. That was pretty surreal. Many different, to be honest with you. I went traveling around to different places around the world, singing, and Costa Rica, Dubai, Morocco.
Hold on, we going to get up to that question. That is number 22.
Wait, what do you say?
That question is number 22.
Oh, okay. Jumping the gun. All right.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so a bunch of pinnacle experiences, different stages, I would say, different stages.
Okay. Um, how many singles or albums do you have out now?
So I have one album which I put out in August called Libby. And I only have I have one single besides for that. So before I put my album out, I put out four singles, but three of the singles are on my album. So I have one single out there officially, besides from my album.
And you have one single with Yoni girlfriend, right?
That's right. Shifty.
Yeah. Um, what goes through your mind before you have to sing?
Um, when I perform, or
Before,
definitely get the jitter sometimes, depending what it is. If it's in front of a chuppah, I definitely feel the pressure because a chuppah is where a chassan and kala is walking down, and it's a very, very surreal experience, and it's where they're getting married. It's a very big moment. It's probably the biggest moment in their lives. So I feel that, and I get the jitters, and I just try being the best as I can. And then when I'm doing other type of performances, like more of like it comes, I get emotional and I get part of the crowd. I feed off the crowd. So overall, different feelings, but I like to feel when I sing.
okay. When this question I really want to ask. When you are not performing, what do you do?
Great question. I work in nursing homes. I work in the back end, the back office, billing, purchasing, payroll, and I also work in nursing home operations, nursing home side. So I do a couple things.
And also, you do something else. What is CBS?
CBS is the back office that I do. That's the billing, purchasing, payroll company.
Every time I see you post, you post spotted CBS. What is that?
So the way I market the company is by having people um, basically I give people caps or people if they see when they see CBS they send me a picture of it so and then they say hey spotted and it
Oh,
creates a little bit of noise.
yeah.
Hey,
Um,
I do shifty spotted also.
oh, yeah. Um, What's your favorite part of the creation process?
Oh, when the song is completed. That's the best. Yes.
Okay. Um, what is your favorite song of your music?
Good question. I would say I have no real favorites, but I like Forever. I would say that's probably my favorite one. So
Forever.
yeah, I love that song.
Okay. Um, who did you get inspired by both Jewish and non-Jewish singers to start singing?
So definitely when I was a kid, it was all Jewish. There's definitely no non-Jewish singers I ever listened to. And then when I hit my teenage years, I definitely listened to non-Jewish music. So I took a lot from everything. I am a big Jewish music fan. I like more of a slower, emotional, like A.B. Rothenberg, style music. Um, but I also enjoy a lot of what not Jewish music has to offer as well when it comes to being, creative and having, different genres like rock or R&B and even rap to some degree. So I like everything.
Okay. Um, why did you decide to become a singer?
I always wanted to since I was a kid. So I'm following my dreams. And yeah, as a kid, I always felt it was just something I've wanted to do, and I've had other dreams that weren't necessarily um, as obvious, and this was the most obvious thing I've always wanted to do.
Um, are you coming out with any new stuff?
Yes, tons of stuff. I'm working on 13 songs, so I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with it yet, but either another album or a EP or something in between.
Oh, wow, that is amazing. Um, what's the most rewarding part about singing?
Being able to express your emotions and ideas and inspire people with that.
Um, how do you maintain vocal health?
So I used to sing a lot in Shabbos with a group. Before I sang myself, I would sing it. I always sang myself, but I was part of a group called Collab Music Group. We actually still sing together, not as often, but we still do. And I would sing a lot of Shabbos and down for an Amud, and it could be very taxing on the voice. I never did voice lessons my whole life, and then one day I got a polyp in my vocal cord. This was 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I think around 5 years ago. And I had to get it surgically removed. And I realized I need to start taking care of my voice. So I got a voice teacher. Um, I actually had two voice teachers, one named David Dunbar, and now I use someone Lenora Eve, and she's very, very good. She's helping me maintain my voice. It's not always perfect. I don't always sing properly, but I try my best. Trying my
Okay.
best.
Um, who did you record with and who did you perform with on stage so far?
Who did I perform with?
And who did you record with?
So I recorded with Yoni Gelfand, a guy named Archie Rabi. I have I have a couple more people I'm collaborating with. Actually, four more people I'm collaborating with soon, and that's maybe even more. So stay tuned for that. Um, and who did I sing with? You said as the second question.
Yeah, who did you sing with on stage so far?
With a group or just myself?
Yourself.
I sang with Yonatan Roselle, Joey Newcomb, like I said before, Yoni Gelfand, Ellie Levin, um, Yakov Shwaki, Avram Fried, Yidi Belstowski, Barry Weber. Who else? Moshe Tischler. I'm sure there's more. I'm missing a ton. Yeah.
Okay. At what age did you start performing live?
Uh, so chuppah my first chuppah. I was 17, but I did gigs beforehand. So I've done like when I was like 14, I did a gig, a few gigs actually in Toronto.
Wow. Um, how do you come up with your songs?
So when I was 17, I started writing. Maybe a little younger, but really writing a little bit. It wasn't the best, to be honest. Then when I was in yeshiva in Lakewood, when I was, I think it's 19, I wrote Haneni, my first single. And the idea at the time, a lot of my style I was writing was just based on emotional, um, I would say repentant style music. A lot of tshuva, more dark, I'll call it. And then after I went to Eretz Yisrael, I wrote Shema B'nai, and that was I was learning the Geras Ramban at the time. I wanted to sing something about it because I was very into it. If you live like the Ramban writes a Sefer, writes this uh, letter to his son saying how he should live his life. And I've always loved that. So it happens to be the cover of that song is actually my daughter, but it could be taught with your sons and daughters. And then a lot of my other songs, like Forever, is a lot more like about nostalgia, about like how you shouldn't regret about things that you do. You should just, it's all part of the plan. Missing You is about a cousin that died. Hashmiani was by the Kaisel. Like a lot of different, when I'm at different stages in life, I tend to, I want to sing about it. I like to write about it. So right now I'm writing a bunch of stuff, very different. It's a lot of different feelings, a lot of different styles. I'll give you a hit. I'm gonna have a rap song on my album. Not me rapping, but
Oh, who are you going to get to rap? I know some great rappers.
I can't give away yet. But it's exciting stuff. But yeah, um, and then yeah, a lot of different styles, a lot of different. I like to bring out different parts of me, and also show. I would say I won't say show off, but like bring out different genre, like perform different genres and sing different genres. I appreciate different styles.
I know some Warren Tati.
He's great.
Uh, Nixon Black is a good rapper. Warren Tati is a good rapper. I only know two rappers so far. And no, I know three. Ezzy.
He's very good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stay tuned. It's gonna be very exciting stuff.
Okay. Um, what countries have you performed in so far?
What type of what?
What countries have you
Oh,
performed in so far?
this is question 22.
No, yeah.
Yes, so I performed in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, um, in Costa Rica, United States, Canada, Israel, Mexico, Ukraine, um, Spain.
Wow.
I think that's it.
Okay, two more questions. What is your favorite type of gig?
Great question. Um, Definitely something that is where I'm able to show off my emotions or sing from my heart. So something that where everyone in the room is wants to be inspired and is invested. As you know, when you perform, a lot of times there's different type of, performances. One of them, let's say by a wedding, you're leading dancing, so you're creating energy. There's
Yeah.
chuppahs, which you're basically the one who's um singing at the Hassan, which is very intimate. Um, there's which again, but at the same time, you're only everyone's watching you. There's also like background music by like bar mitzvah or by an event or a random healthcare event, and the ones I like the best are like these intimate concerts or intimate concerts where everyone's invested.
Okay, last question is what words of inspiration do you have for the world?
Um, to be true to yourself, to realize that it's very hard to live a life that is not based in ego, not based on your insecurities, but try living a life that's as genuine and real as possible. Not to people please, not to need approval from everyone, but to be your best and truest self. So to really find out who you are and then be the best version of that person.
Wow, like to thank you for coming on. Like to thank you for taking some time out of your night of taking care of your kids. To, I would like to thank you for really joining me in the interview.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, and thank you for finally we got it done. It's been a few weeks,
Yeah,
finally got it done.
yeah.
So
Okay,
thank you for
good
having me.
night.
Have a great night.